Hi, my name is Clement, a project manager, and I want to welcome you guys to this introductory class into Microsoft Project. Basically, we're looking at Gantt Chart, how to create a Gantt chart using Microsoft Project. This is the icon of a Microsoft Project, so when you double click on it, it's going to come up with this. This is the interface. So click on blank project. So, this is basically the interface of Microsoft Project, and this is the task table, and this is the Gantt chart, and this is our ribbon menu. So let's talk about this ribbon. What do we have here? So right here we have our cut, copy, paste formats. Basically, if I'm sure you are familiar with Excel, basically you understand what this is all about. Yeah. All right, so this is our resource, and this is where we assign resources, this is where we pull resources, this is our reporting platform. This is where we do the majority of the project, where we set our calendars, like from the project information, where we look at our finish dates, our starting of our finish dates, and we have our calendar, standard 24 hours and shifts, basically. Yeah. So we have our view, we have our developer menu, macro, we have our Gantt chart platform. Yeah, basically this is basically the interface of Microsoft projects looks like in trying to create a Gantt chart. Oh, there's two more. If you come to this side of this where you see this Gantt chart, we have click on the left hand side of your mouse. We have our calendar. Oh wow, we have our network diagram. Also here we have our tax form, we have our tax sheet, we have our tracking Gantt. Do you understand, which is our normal Gantt chart, and we have our resource form, and so many other team planner. Basically, so many other interesting stuffs are here. Basically, we click on Gantt sheet. So this is our file where you can create new one, use templates. Do you understand? Yeah, this is our tax. Right here, we can have our tax 1, tax 2, tax 3, tax 4, tax 5. Now, as you can see, this question mark here, it's more like asking a question. So this is, you can actually change this tax mode to either manual or auto. If it's auto, it is like this, and you can see the difference here starting on Monday. If it's manual, this is different over here. All right, now this is duration. What does duration actually means? Duration is asking you for tax 1, how long does it going to take to finish tax 1? Do you understand? So we have 1D. Sorry, we have 1D. That is 1 day. We have we have 2W, that is 2 weeks. We have 3 months. 3M, that's 3 months. That's 3 minutes. Sorry. We have 4H, that's 4 hours. While our 4 months or 5 months, I also have 5 months as well. Do you understand? So basically, this is how our duration looks like. So you can put anything you want to put, just depending on how the tax or how long the tax is going to take. This is where you put it. Then we have our start date and we finish date. Understand? We have our put the section. When we are looking into actual project or practicing with not really an actual project, but with a scenario, then we will understand what this processor is all about. Do you understand? I'll explain the duration. So duration is basically the time request to complete a task, don't forget that. And what's the task? The task is the unit of work in the project. All right, and what else again? Now this is about that. This is about this. This is our resource name. Whenever we assign a resource, a task to a particular individual, the name will appear in this place. All right, so let's look at information, project information. Look at information. Change working time. Change working time. Basically, this is where we create our calendar for the project. Do you understand? Today is February 7th, and yeah. So we have exceptions. Exceptions is basically the holidays. The holidays involved in this. For instance, now we'll go to February 14th, which is on a Saturday. So we'll come here and we'll write Valentine, Valentine's Day. So when does it start? It starts that day and it finishes that day. Do you understand? So that's how this calendar is. This is how to set up your calendar on the Microsoft project. Okay, well, that's in again. So we have working weeks. Working weeks is a default system. So we can, let's say, on the 16th of February, how should we call it? So 16th of February is a Monday. So we'll have it. If you want to set it to a non-working day, can set it to a non-working day. Want to set it to a day, set this to this specific working time. So meaning that on this particular day, you are working at this particular time. All right, and you can use the default day. So that is on a Monday. Set to non-working day. That means on Monday we don't work. Let's just that's 16th. So I've seen it here. Monday 16th. No one is working on Monday 16th. So we can change it. Monday 16th. Session. Monday 16th. And we set it as the default working day. Yeah, basically that. So I believe I've basically talked about the most important things that you need to know about this project. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you in our next class where we can look at actual practice with actual projects or a scenario. Thank you so much for your time.